Coach, tonight I think was the first game for both of these stats where you guys had 3 players with 20-plus points and then also 3 players who had double-doubles. When you have that type of production from 4 different players, what does that say about the kind of well-roundedness of this team?
I mean, right now, I mean, that's incredible, and that just shows like what we're capable of. For me right now, it's giving up 36 points in 11 minutes. So that's what we've got to figure out. You know, I haven't been here when we've been up 31 points. And when you do that, you have to figure out a way to hold that and just finish the game. And so that is where, as a coach, that's where I'm at. But it's incredible, you know, to have players that can put up those many points and be able to rebound the basketball. But that, you know, that's where I'm at.
And then just one more I feel like Caitlin and Leah get so much of the buzz surrounding this team, but for Kelsey to consistently go out there and score like she does and play at such a high level, what do you just have to say about her effort and her production this year?
Kelsey is one of the most dynamic guards in this league, one of the best guards in this league. She is playing so efficient right now with the players that are around her. She comes in she is a professional basketball player and does her job every day. Really proud of her consistency and what she's done for us. But yeah, just a dynamic guard that can get downhill, create, and then, you know, finish at the rim, kick to shooters. Like, she just collapses the defense.
Matt and Chloe.
Yeah, Caitlin had another 13 assists tonight. Just seemed like she was making some really remarkable passes. Did you notice maybe a step up or more dynamic passes, just improvement from that aspect of her game?
Yeah, I don't know if it's more dynamic or more. I think she just does what she does. I mean, she's got the ability to draw, you know, several defenders, and she has got a crazy eye for her teammates and where they are and moving and able to make passes that some people, you know, in the first half, my gosh, she dropped 2 down to some post players. I don't know who could have made that pass. I mean, that's just what she's capable of.
Go Chloe, then we'll go in the back.
Yeah, you mentioned those 36 points in the last 12 minutes. Just what can you take from that to improve for Sunday?
Yeah, I mean, that's our defense. It started with us not handling their zone very well. They went zone, and we just kind of, we didn't take wide open shots. We were getting wide open shots. We weren't finishing them. And then we weren't getting back and guarding. Like we just couldn't get matched up with who we were supposed to. And then I told him at the end of the third, like, these guys can shoot the basketball. They have the ability to put the ball in the hole. They can get a lot of points. Kalia Copper's an unbelievable player. She made things happen for them. So that's just us being up 31, able to finish out a game the way we should have. And that's just what we need to talk about and figure out.
Going back.
Hey, Coach, this is your last home game in over a month. I know you got your 2-game road trip to cap off before the break actually goes on, but what does it mean for you and for this program to have such passion rally behind this momentum that you're starting to gain?
Yeah, you know, we're just constantly trying to get better. That's our goal. As a young team in this league, the goal is just to get better. And to when you do things like what we just talked about with letting them score 36 points, we got to figure out how to not let that happen. I mean, we haven't been in this position where we were up 31, but you can't let that kind of lead go. Especially, I mean, they cut it to 6. I mean, that's just unacceptable. So we have to figure out how that happened and not let that happen again.
Kelsey.
You said before the game you wanted to see what you saw in that fourth quarter on Wednesday in this game, and you started on such a fast jump. How satisfying was it to come out with a lot of energy?
Yeah, no, that's what I told them. These guys, you know, I told them they were hungry in the fourth, and we had to continue that. For these 4 quarters, and I think we really did that for 3. Up until like the last 2 minutes of the 3, I think that's where we were. But yeah, I mean, that is the energy and focus that you have to have, and you have to sustain that for 40 minutes. Like, you can't have the drop-offs.
And you mentioned the break that's coming up. How big was this win, and then what kind of emphasis is on the last 2 games, wanting to end on a high note before the break?
Yeah, just, you know, you want to make sure you win the games at home that you're supposed to win. You know, we're fighting for, you know, our goal is to make the playoffs. So, you know, we took care of business tonight. Now we have to go on the road and try to close these 2 out. And then it's just going to be a great opportunity for some players that just need, you know, not just a break physically, but mentally as well. So really looking forward to that, and then getting an opportunity to to really get some good practices in during this break. But we're not on break yet. And that's what I keep telling them. We still have 2 games. You know, it's a late night. We have an early day tomorrow. We head straight to Minnesota, and then back home and then to Dallas. So we just gotta make sure we're taking care of what we need to look at tonight to make sure we don't let it happen again.
Finish down Chloe, then Matt.
Yeah, Coach, it just feels like Wednesday and today were polar opposites. First 3 quarters good, last one bad, and vice versa. Just kind of like Jekyll and Hyde, even with the questions, feels like what was good and then what was not so good. What do you, I guess, place more value on, and what contributed to both in this game, I guess?
I think our defense in the first 3 quarters, up until the last 2 minutes, I think they went on an 8-0 run into the third. I think our defense, you know, we were following the scout report. We were doing the defensive schemes that we needed to do. I hate it for BG. I hope she's okay. But we did an excellent job. And then we just didn't do what we were doing for 3 quarters. And then, Washington, we didn't do what we were supposed to do for 3 quarters and then do it for 1 quarter. And we put ourselves in a position to win the game. So like that is just what we have in our locker room, what that looks like for the future, the ability. We've just got to clean up some things and learn from some things and not let those same things happen. We're the youngest experienced team in the league, like by far. Like we've got to not have those lapses, that are letting people get back within 6. And that just can't happen.
Chloe, then Matt.
Yeah, Christie Wallace didn't play at all tonight. Was there any kind of little injury, or was it just a coach's decision?
No, it was just how things were playing out and just what we felt.
Matt.
Yeah, Lexi may not have made a shot tonight, but it seemed like in the first quarter, first half, she came out with a lot of energy, I guess. How responsible is she for having such a good first half?
Lexi, just like I said, whenever I have the opportunity to talk about her, she is going to give you deflection. She's going to guard the best player on the court. She's going to try to take charges. She just does what we're asking her to do, and that, she's filling a role and she's doing a great job with it. I actually didn't even realize she didn't make a shot. I hadn't really looked at the stat sheet because I'm still, coming within 6. So, but I think she took some good shots, and she has to continue to take those good shots. She's also does a great job of when she dribble penetrates, she's got to find open shooters, and when she gets to the rim, she's got to finish or draw fouls. She's just active and aggressive, and that's always going to, benefit when you're that, instead of not being on the aggressive side.